Do you know what it's like to be the victim of online slander, defamation of character? Someone is making up lies and spreading them throughout the internet about you, vicious lies, and defacing your character, your reputation. Well, I'm the victim of online slander. Yesterday, I did my third and final live stream on YouTube. And it was the first time I walked off a video. I just completely got up and walked off. I'm going to talk about what happened, how someone was spreading vicious lies about me, and what I'm going to do now as a result of it, what actions I'm going to take. And I'm going to start talking about that right now. Hi, I'm Sandra Wyllie. This is my mental health channel, where I talk about my personal struggles having borderline personality disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, severe anxiety and depression. I talk about narcissism and my narcissistic mother who abused me. I talk about schizophrenia, and I even wrote a childhood memoir, Life with My Schizophrenic Father. I talk about my unethical psychologist that SA'd me, had sexual relationships, tied me up with dog leashes and collars, and exploited me. I've written all these books about that. And I talk about a lot of other things, trying to come on as a patient advocate. But I am not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you or give you a professional opinion. And all I ask in turn of you is your kindness and respect. Kindness and respect. And now I'm going to put a third thing into it. Your kindness, respect, and honesty. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Kindness, respect, and honesty. In the comments, always. Now, this is what happened yesterday. If you all have been paying close attention, maybe you're new here, so you don't know the story. I'm just going to tell you that my son was brutally beaten. My son is an invalid. He's a severe invalid. He's handicapped. He's 30 years old, but he's an invalid because he got pneumococcal meningitis, which ate away at his brain at 4 years old. That's worse than brain cancer, okay? It's worse than brain cancer. So he can't do anything. He can't dress himself. He can't go to the bathroom by himself. He can't, he just can't do anything. He's an invalid. So he relies solely on his caretakers. And this is the second staff person that severely, I have a video showing all the bad bruising on him. I filed a police report. This has been a living nightmare for me. I don't sleep. I don't eat. I'm a heavy drinker. I'm having severe panic attacks. This is what I'm going through. I promised everyone I would give them a live, go on live, real time, and talk to people real time, not just a pre-recorded video like this one. I hadn't had any sleep. My head was in a complete fog yesterday. I was a basket case. I had severe panic attacks. I just wasn't functioning, and I really didn't want to do the live. To be honest, I'm coming on here now and telling you, I was a real mess. My son is severely sick. Now there's an investigation going on. I have to get a lawyer because I'm going to go after and sue them. So, I'm in the middle of a crisis, and I still put myself out for you, and this is what I get. It will never happen again. I will never be a doormat to anyone again. But anyway, I made a promise to people that I was going to do a live from 9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time yesterday. And I was so sick, my stomach was churning and my head was spinning from all the stress in my life. But I still wanted to honor my commitment to you. That's how much of, a moral, high-standing, person with character would do. That instead of saying, I don't feel good, I'm really not up to it, I said, I'm going to push myself. I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to talk to people because I promised them I would do it. So I was doing it, and this guy named Tyson came on and kept saying, didn't I meet you at the park? And I kept thinking, no, I don't think so. And he said, yes, I did meet you at the park. And I kept thinking, did I meet anyone at the park? And I remember years and years ago, this was probably in 2012, maybe 2013, maybe 2013. I met this man, Luke Gorman, who also has a YouTube channel. I met him at the park. Why did I meet him at the park? Because I watched one of his videos, and it was so inspirational to me. He was a recovering alcoholic, and he did a whole video on, on how he beat alcohol on his own. And I was just so, touched and inspired. And me and him live like 10 minutes apart. We both live in Boston, like 10 minutes away from each other. So I said, I'd like to meet you. Your video was so inspiring to me. I would never do that now. I would never meet anyone now. But back then, I was more of a trusting, open person. I've been so burnt and mistreated that I would never do that today. But back then, I was a different person than I am today. I'm completely bitter and jaded. I'm a broken and shattered person. Back then, I wasn't a broken and shattered person. Not completely, anyway. So we met, we talked, then we met again, and we had pizza. It was completely platonic. There was no, nothing sexual or nothing transpired between me and him. But this guy, Tyson, his name was Tyson, kept saying that he met me. And I said, well, all I remember was meeting Luke. That's the only person I met at the park. But I was still racking my brains out, trying to think, I'm old, I'm 60. I was trying to think, is there someone I met that I don't remember meeting at the park, right? Because this guy kept insisting through my whole life. Well, we're talking about World War II. We're talking about P. Diddy. We're talking about my son. We're talking about a whole array of different topics on my life. But during the conversations, this Tyson kept saying he met me. Then he said, don't you remember meeting me at the park? You sold me heroin. And I'm going, what? Yeah, he said, yeah, you sold me heroin, the drug heroin. And I'm going, I have never taken drugs in my life, let alone sell them. I mean, I never even tried pot. I never even vaped, okay? I am anti-drug. I drink alcohol, yes, once a day. I drink alcohol, not all day long. I drink 2 glasses of wine, and now because of all the trauma of my son, I'm adding a vodka nip, about this big, into the wine. I mean, I used to just drink the wine, but now I'm adding a shot of vodka in the wine because I'm so beyond. I'm ready for a nervous breakdown. I'm really falling apart. And, but I never touched any drug. And this guy is saying live in front of everyone, okay, slandering my name, my reputation. That's against the law. I looked it up. You can take legal action. If someone publicly comes on, if I come on and I said someone did something, I point a finger at someone. If I said that you taped me, I can't say the word. If I said that you taped me, right, and that was a lie, and I'm telling everyone publicly that you did that, you can come after me legally, right? Because I'm slandering your reputation, I mean, that they're liable. I looked it up. I have a lawyer already. You should know, if you're watching because of my son, I already I've had lawyers. I've acquired lawyers. I've now acquired a lawyer for this, and his name is Tyson, and he's spreading vicious lies. I reported him also to YouTube, but I also reported his ringmaster. I'm not going to say who the ringmaster is, but I'm not as stupid as I look, people, okay? That's what people don't realize about me. I'm not as stupid as I look or act, all right? Underneath, I'm a lioness. And you better not cross me, because you will regret it, okay? I'm not stupid. I know that it was more than Tyson doing this, trying to slander me, trying to ruin my reputation online. I know there was someone, a ringmaster, someone, you know what a ringmaster is, someone that is behind it and Tyson was just one of the puppets, I'm not stupid. I know the whole story, and I'm going after you legally. What I mean going after you is I'm going after you with the law. I'm going after you legally. But as a result of all of this, I am never doing another live again. Like I said, I got up and I walked off the live. I reported him, and I am going to do much more. I'm going to take legal action because it is slander. Google it. If you don't believe me, Google it. If someone defames your name on YouTube or any other social media platform, says a bold-faced lie, like I'm a drug pusher, I sold drugs, or if I say someone taped me, you know what I mean? And that's a bold-faced lie. I'm slandering their reputation. And if someone slandered your reputation, wouldn't you fight back? If I said some vicious, bold-faced lie and I spread it all over YouTube, you would fight back, and you would have legal ground to do so. I am getting a lawyer, and I am fighting you. But also, on the second hand, I am never going to put myself, I am going through hell on earth with my son right now. I am a broken woman. Someone came on and defamed my name knowing what I've been through, knowing this, all right? They're going to pay daily, all right? I am never going to put myself in a position to be defamed again, to be slandered, to be stepped on, to be treated like shit when I give you everything. Every single day I come on, I'm sick. I don't feel like coming here. I do it for you. And this is the thanks I get? Never, ever again. I will never do another live again. So I just want you all to know that that was my last live. I was slandered publicly, which is against the law. Look it up. You don't believe me, look it up. It's against the law. I walked off like 43 minutes. No, it was almost 43 minutes into the video or something when he told me I was selling drugs. I'm a drug pusher. I got up and I left. I said, I'm done. I just got up and left. And the camera was rolling. I didn't even know. And you could probably pick up me shouting at the end of the video that, you know, I can't take it anymore. I'm ready to snap. I'm at the end of my rope. And, you know, I'm already suffering so much. And for someone to come on with a woman who's already broken and shattered what happened to my son, and then to defame me, slander me like that, I'm done. I'm done. So I'm sorry that for those of you who wanted me to continue alive, I'm not getting a moderator. I'm not going to get a moderator. I'm not going to get anything like that. I'm just not doing it, all right? I don't get paid for this aggravation anyway, to be honest with you. You know, no one gives me anything. I make nothing, all right? So I'm just not doing the live. Plenty of people make tons of money on YouTube. I know them. They're 65 years old. They're older than me. I'm 60. And they never did one live, and they're making $5,000 a month. So you don't need to do lives to make money. And even if you did, I'm not doing a live. You did what you wanted to do to me, and you will never, ever get a chance to do that to me again, ever. You got that message? Loud and clear. I'm done with it. All right. If you don't know any of the background of this, because you're all new, hit that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. That way you'll be notified when I have a new video, and you can look back at I have over 800 videos, so you can look back and find out. You can watch replay the live and watch out what really happened. It's around like 40 minutes into it, 42, 43 minutes. After 40 minutes, it's, you know, but all during the video, the man was saying lies, you know. And if you would like to help me, I desperately need help. My husband's out of work. Things are really bad. I could really use your support. You could buy me a cup of coffee. The link to that is down below in the description. If you'd like to read any of my books, they're all available on Amazon, and the link to that is down below in the description as well. I will delete any slanderous comments. If you email me, I'll answer you back, unless you're trying to come on to me. I'm married. I'm not interested in any romantic hookup with anyone. So if you are going to be friendly, fine. If you're trying to, you know, get a hookup or something, you've gone to the wrong place. My email address is down below too. It's Leann, LEEANN827 @hotmail.com. If you want to write respectful, kind, non-slanderous emails that aren't a come on, or, you know, trying to hook up with me. I'm not hooking up with anyone. I'm not going to meet anyone. That's it. You know, I'll email you back, but that is the extent of it. So no more lives. I'm not going to do them anymore, but I will continue every day to put my best foot forward and do the videos for you.